Lees, in 83 wasn't allowed to wear Lees no more.
You snatching Lee patches.
Right, shout, Lees
all
all played out.
Right.
Lees, you know what I mean?
Facts.
So that was the mantra. And
Shout out to all the affirmative action babies out there. Y'all know what it was.
Yeah, yes, sir. So
permanent crease Lees, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We had to do away with that. But that's when AJ's came out.
Okay.
AJ Lester's, Guess. You know what I mean? The girls wearing the Vascos. Yeah, that's what the girls were wearing. The dudes were wearing AJ's or Guess, and the girls were the Vascos, the two-tone Vascos.
Yeah.
That matched the two-tone Guess.
Yes.
All right, so other clothes started coming out like G-Man, Kotler, Bill Blass, and that changed the demographics of how you looked at clothes because these things were more expensive now. The Guess were costing like $180.
What?
Yes, for leather in the front.
Okay.
And that's not even you ain't talking about the suspender one. You just talking about the pants. And Dr. J is paying $180 for them jeans.
Yeah.
So now dudes can't just get it so easy waiting for their welfare check to come on the second.
Waiting for the welfare check.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Talk about it.
It's waiting for
this is old New York, man.
New York.
And this is we talking about 83 now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
the whole hood was pulled back.
That's crazy.
We going
out to Sosa. One. One. God, it's all good. Like you giving a history lesson. Word up.
So at this moment, man, us as the new building kids, we saw the kids on the we in St. John now. We saw the kids on the block. They were shoplifting already, but they weren't trying to get fly with it. They were just shoplifting anything they can get their hands on to buy a trade bag of weed from Stearns Schenectady.
Oh wow!
They didn't care about looks, fashion. They just wanted to get some money and buy some weed and buy a trade bag. We weren't
just to sell it.
That's it. And at that time, there was no Rafi kids on Utica and St. John. There was nobody on Utica and St. John doing anything at this time in 83.
83, okay.
It was nothing.
Okay.
If it was kids over there, we didn't know them kids.
Okay.
They weren't prominent kids at the time. Our block was prominent.
Okay.
Sterling Schenectady was prominent for the Jamaicans. Utica and Sterling was prominent for their Jamaicans.
Shower posse.
Lincoln and Troy.
You know what I'm saying?
Not shower posse, different
Okay.
Spangler man them. Spangler man them.
Spranglers and gully man.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Look, I'm just fucking with y'all. I like fucking with my Brooklyn.
Nah, man. So at this time, we are just coming into our essence of what it is to just be stealing. And then we go to 390 now. Now we're in junior high school. See, so when people talk about the low life culture and they exile 390, you can't say you was part of that low life culture then without talking about 390.
So it's a history.
It rooted from there because these guys that say, "Oh, I started the Ralphie Kids. Oh, I started this." Every one of them. Shout out to Boost and Billy, yo, the greatest low life ever.
Shout out to Boost and Billy. Word.
He was in school with us in 390 and 167.
Okay.
Bill Miner used to go to 167.
Shout out to Bill Miner.
You know what I mean? So like Ms. Lowe used to go 167 and 390. G Life used to go to 390. The other guys from Utica St. John went to 390.
Okay.
So, but when they came to 390 now, it was already kids wearing polo though. Even before us. From Albany Projects. It was a kid named Polo from Albany that was there, and his name was Polo.
Oh.
So we can't say that we just began something. What happens here is evolution.
Okay.
We got to understand, and I'm about evolution. Because when you don't let evolution surge, a lot. I don't need to be spiritual with y'all.
Listen,
but in the Quran,
talk your talk.
You know what I mean? In the Quran, it's a term called Rabbil Alameen, which means he who evolved creation until it reaches its eventual perfection. But it's dudes that deal with deceptive intelligence that want to lie, say, "Oh, I created everything. I'm the all being. I'm the all this." But yet, when you look at them today, they have nothing. They're about nothing. Their vision is stunted.
They mall cops.
That's a mall cop.
I mean, cannibals feasting on each other. But my key issue, my key point here is like when we was in 390 was like a school. Whoever heard of school Winthrop and Flatbush?
I heard of that.
Winthrop, I heard Winthrop.
I know Winthrop and Flatbush, but
Winthrop was notorious
I didn't know it was
in the
Flatbush.
70s.
Okay.
People was getting killed, stabbed up. Like it was very wicked.
Like
like
the 70s, the 80s too.
Yeah.
80s too.
Yeah, but
drugs. That's a lot of drugs.
I thought that was
in the 70s, it was no cracking. It was super wicked. My mom used to go there, and she used to be fighting all the times.
Okay.
I'm even talking about my story. Her story, she used to tell me, her friends tell me from Flatbush.
Yeah.
It was between Winthrop. You go from Winthrop, then you either go to Erasmus or Wingate.
Yep.
Yes.
These schools were notorious. My pops went to Erasmus.
Yes.
So these schools were notorious. So, as I was saying here, 390 was that Mecca center of fashion. So whatever props you thought you had in the other elementary school you was in, when you came to 90, it was you were disillusioned. Because all these middle-class kids from New York and Nostrand, New York and St. Mark's, Nostrand and St. Mark's, these were what you call brownstone areas. These kids came to school naturally with polo jackets on.
Yeah. Okay. So all of this was before
anything.
The birth of Low Lives?
Yes, for anything. This is 390. Yes, I.S.390. Maggie L. Walker, the first black millionaire woman, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's why this school, everything is so, and Maggie represents a magi, which is a magician, a wizard. So all these things is sparks of light for what gave our young minds, what influenced our young minds, rather.
Got you.
So in 390, that's what this book is about, St. John Polo Posse.
Let's go. So let's get into it.
St. John Polo Posse gave rise to a nation. It highlights what G Light and the kids from New Buildings went through in junior high school. And it gives you a periphery of what was around us, but it's talking about how we came to be St. John Polo Posse.
Okay.
A leader of that particular moment in time. We're not talking about what anybody else did. All right. You say Low Life, you say Decepticons, all these other games on capitalism, but we saw what he called it crack cocaine. It was a brother called Gary Webb. He called it crack cocaine. Everybody called it the dark web. So at that time, what he was talking about, we was witnessing it.
Okay.
My mother is a recovering addict from crack cocaine. My uncle's a recovering addict from crack cocaine. He was so addicted to. He's from Jamaica, He's from Jamaica too. Yeah,
Southside?
Yeah, Southside Jamaica. That's where he came from.
Southside, we outside.
Yeah, you know all them dudes over there. I ain't say no names though, but when he came to Crown Heights, he would tell us some stories about the guys over there. I should be like, shut up, G.I. Joe. And the reason why we call him G.I. Joe is because he smoked weed, he drink liquor, he smoked crack, sniff coke, smoke coke, and shoot dope.
Wow.
Ain't no drug he don't use. So we called him G.I. Joe, the American drug addict.
Wow.